I want to talk to you about what's going on in the US at the moment and the politics there, and particularly the Democrats, because they're still all over the place. And there are even calls for Jasmine Crockett to lead the Democratic Party. Now, she's spoken out claiming that Republicans approach her pretty often just to tell her how much they like her. Listen to this.
Republicans poll all the time, and I have no idea what all is happening in their polling, but I can tell you in real life that I've had a number of Republicans that approach me as they see me out and they say, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I really like you. Like, we come from completely different parties, but I believe that you are fighting for the people. I believe that you are trying to do what's best for all of us. I may disagree with like how you feel like we get there, but I agree with your fight." And I think that that's what's scary for them, is this idea that it's not just, say, Black folk that are listening to me.
Josh, when I first heard this, I thought, oh, she's probably not really telling the truth. And then I thought about it, and maybe this is a strategy. Republicans are encouraging her, saying, keep going. That would be perfect for us. And they will keep telling Jasmine Crockett just how much they like her.
Jasmine Crockett is a loathful human being. This is someone that made fun of the Texas governor, calling him Governor Hot Wheels. This is also someone that should be investigated for crimes, because she actually was part of the Tesla takedown. She even said during that time that, oh, all she wants for her birthday is a, quote, Tesla takedown. There's video of her on Zoom calls talking and strategizing about this. It's terrible. But here's what I would say to Jasmine Crockett. Prove it. How many Americans out there that are going to see this broadcast will come forward and say that are Republicans that, yes, I support Jasmine Crockett? I don't believe it at all, and I think most people don't believe this at all. You're possibly correct in the fact that maybe they're trying to push this so that she becomes the nominee, so that she would be easier to beat, which I certainly agree that she would. But again, I don't believe Republicans are lining up, as she wants to say, and secretly supporting her or a possible candidacy.
Yeah, a bit of fake news from a Democrat. Who would be surprised? But looking at the Democrats, their strategy is still all over the place. In your opinion, who should be the leader?
Oh, goodness. A ham sandwich at this point. Look, I don't even want to even go that route, because I would hate to say that, hey, this would be the good person. But I would say if I was to put a name out there that has some resemblance of sanity, it would certainly be the sportscaster gentleman, the African-American gentleman, Stephen Austin, I think his name is, who does ESPN Sports. At least he's able to understand that the Democrat Party has a major issue. And the problem is that they're too extreme and they're too radical, and they don't adhere to the Constitution. They don't believe in our founding principles and values. And so when you put all that together, who do they have? I mean, they're going to have Bernie Sanders? I don't think that's going to work, right? So I don't think he's going to be there. Honestly, I don't even think Josh Shapiro, because sadly, I think the party is too anti-Semitic to even put someone up who is Jewish. So who else could it be? I don't think it's going to be Gruesome Newsom or Gavin Newsom. I like to call him the Ted Bundy of politicians. He's very suave and smooth and well-dressed. But, I just don't see that they have anyone really right now on the bench. And I guess that's good for Republicans.
Yeah, look, I agree with that assessment. Let's talk about the tariffs. The tariff deadline is looming, and Reuters is reporting today that the Trump administration wants countries to put their best offer forward by Wednesday, as officials want to accelerate talks with multiple partners ahead of the tariff deadline. Now, Trump has also posted today, if other countries are allowed to use tariffs and we're not allowed to counter, our country doesn't have a chance of economic survival. So what are you expecting that we'll see by Wednesday?
Well, I think that we're going to see a whole bunch of countries come forward and work out some trade negotiation deals. But let's take this a little bit further. The Supreme Court is going to do the right thing here, because the president, through the executive authority vested in him, has the right to negotiate trade deals. So I don't care what this international trade organization, this little, powerless little thing in New York City that jumped in and tried to stop him. Of course, that was immediately stayed when it was appealed, the decision. But in the long run, remember this: the president has multiple opportunities and tools at his disposal in order to facilitate trade negotiations. So I'm not worried about it. I think that he's going to be able to pull this off, and he'll be able to have as many trade or deals as he would like.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm pretty confident that we are going to be seeing countries absolutely putting their best offer forward and presenting a pretty good offer for Donald Trump. But we will see. I want to finally speak to you about, we did speak about the media in the United States, but it seems like there's still a bit of fake news around. The Washington Post has a piece out this week with the headline, "The Mysterious Drop in Fentanyl Seizures on the US-Mexico Border." I mean, is anyone going to tell them? Who's going to tell them what and who's behind this mysterious drop?
Yeah, I'll pull a Joe Biden. Shh, the border's closed. The border is closed, okay? That's why you're having this happen. Look, the Department of Justice and the FBI have been doing amazing work busting fentanyl organizations and cartels and doing everything that they can to make our streets and our cities safer and to save lives. That's what this is all about. And so I think with that, and of course, shutting down the border, getting rid of TPS, getting rid of all these other things that the prior auto pen administration, as I like to call it now, has been doing, I think it's a 180. President Trump ran on securing the border, and of course, promises made, promises kept.
And the White House has unveiled a new portrait of President Donald Trump. Let's bring up the image if we can. I know he still looks pretty fierce in the picture. There it is, a little bit different to the one that was put up during his inauguration. But Josh, can I get your reaction to it?
I like it, but for my money, I want the fist in the air and the fight.
It's iconic.
I think that's so representative of President Trump, of America, of this new resurgence in patriotism, and of course, the oncoming golden age, which will start probably, in my estimation, around mid-November of this year. But watch out, January, February of 2026, America's economy will be the greatest in history. $14 trillion worth of investment coming in. I can't wait.
Broadcaster and commentator Josh Bernstein, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. Great to speak with you.
Thank you. Anytime, any topic.